Hello everybody, I'm Sator and welcome back to Satisfactory. In the last episode, we sorted out smart plating, we sorted out automated wiring, and between episodes I set up the versatile framework factory over on that side. Those are the only factories we are going to need, even though those parts are required throughout the whole game. We are not going to need to build those again. The parts from there will go into other parts and so on, but for now we need them for completing phase 2. But there are a few other issues that need to be dealt with first. So let's get stuck in. Alright, we're heading out to the steel area. I'm calling it that for lack of anything better. And we'll have a look at the versatile framework setup. As I said, I'll just walk you through it and show you how it works. And here we are. So, this is the factory. Now, I did say before that I was going to do the AI limiters in this area, but I've changed my mind. The AI limiters I'll do on this side somewhere. Thinking of surrounding this lake and using it as a centerpiece for something. Haven't figured out exactly what yet, but yeah, we'll get there. Alright, so the way this works is basically we needed a modular frame build. I've got 3 smelters and they are all operating at 100%. Those 3 smelters deliver iron ingots. Those iron ingots go into 3 constructors. The first constructor is doing iron plates at a rate of 12 per minute, so it's underclocked to 60%. The second one is doing screws, underclocked to 48%, 24 per minute. And the last one is doing steel pipes, the iron pipe recipe, underclocked to 40%, 10 per minute. Those feed into this assembler. This assembler then makes the reinforced iron plates at a rate of 2 per minute. And those 2 per minute go into this machine with the steel pipes to make 3 modular frames per minute. Now, I think that's a little more than I need, because those 3, I actually only need 2.5 in here. So I'm overproducing, but that's fine, I'm not worried. They go in here to make 5 versatile frameworks, but we also needed to add 30 beams. Steel beams. Now up there, I am making 90 steel beams per minute. 36 are being used in that factory up there. And I forget what it's making, but yeah, we're using 36 up there. And I've teed off the belt, I've brought it down underneath. That comes in here and jumps up over here into this machine, delivering the 30 steel beams per minute. And that outputs the versatile frames. It's been running for a while because I've had some issues that I needed to address, including updating my blueprints, which I have done, and they are on my Discord. So if anyone wants them, all the basic blueprints are there, and I'll be adding the blueprints as I add more as we play on. So it has been running for a while. Let's go and see how many we have. We have, well, we're just short of 1,000, so almost there. That means that we definitely have enough smart plating and automated wire. But I've picked up another problem. If we have a look at our power, our maximum consumption is more than our production capacity. Fortunately, some of the machines are not working because storage is full and I'm not emptying all of them into a sink. That's the only thing that's saving us. But in order for us to progress and start on the next phase, on tier 5 and 6, we are definitely going to need a lot more power. We're going to need power to set up the factories to create more power in the next phase. So I'm going to head up to our power area for the coal. Oh yes, this factory was making the encased industrial beams. Just the 36 steel beams that we're using from that side are going into here. So in total, we're using 66 of the 90 that we're creating. The rest is going into storage for our use for expanding the factory. Anyway, back to the task at hand. So right now we have 1200 megawatts being produced by these 2 coal plants. These 2 coal plants are not enough. I need to double this. Fortunately, these are still operating on Mark 1 miners, both of them. I think I have put in Mark 3 belts on this one. Yep. That can be upgraded. But basically what I'm saying here is I don't need any more of this coal down at the bottom right now. I don't need any more at all, actually, because I'll just have to find coal elsewhere for future productions that need coal. But for now, I can upgrade the mines to tier 2. That means that each of them will be pushing out 240. This whole facility uses 240. So I can take one belt in there, split it between these two. That means that frees this one up, so I can double up the production and build another power plant over on this side where I am doing the SAM stuff. And that is exactly what I'm going to do. And just like that, power has been doubled. It's a bit of a neater setup, this one. I've just put the coal generators back to back. I've fed the water through the floor. So if we head down here, okay, the SAM stuff is still going over here. And I've set it up like this, pretty much on both sides. So it looks a little bit neater. Had to dodge a rock, but not a problem. Anyway, I imagine by now we have all the stuff we need to get phase 2 completed. And if there's a bit of noise in the background over and above the regular machine noise in the game, it's because there's a heck of a storm raging outside. I'm just hoping that my compression on my microphone will take care of that. Anyway, while I'm flying down to the car, over in that area we have the smart plating and the automated wiring. We have those 2 spare pure coal nodes, and there is something that's coming up that we're going to need a lot of later on, and that is motors. And I can make motors without any copper. Well, there is a copper node out there. I think it's an impure. It's not very good. It's not going to help us. So I'm thinking, like, on that plateau where those mines are, I might put the motor factory, which will then give me the opportunity to, on top of it, do the explosives factory. Anyway. Let's get back to base. Oh, before I go back to base, I need to take 1,000 versatile frames with me. Let's make sure that they are here. Oh yeah. Oh, hang on. It's not quite, is it? Ah, not quite there yet. Not quite there. Because each line is 400. So we are about 170 odd short. So before I start making plans out there, let me go and pick up some concrete. And we can start putting the platform down. I don't have all the other materials, but I would like to grab some concrete, at least get started on a base. And then we can just ride the wire. Let's see, how are we doing up here? Oh, we have more than enough. Alright, so I'll come back and sort that out. Let's go and have a look at what we're going to do here. Because this, I think what I may do is have this one coming over the edge. I think that would look pretty nice. So if I've got this at the correct height... Yeah, it's not quite, is it? Yeah, there's going to be too many rocks. I literally need to go up just a small amount. So we'll put up some stairs. And I'm thinking that may be high enough. Yeah, I'm probably going to have to remove some of the local vegetation, but you know, progress. Okay, let me think about how I'm going to do this. We have the nodes right here, so they can come in on this side. And we can start feeding into smelters over here. Now, I think, if my numbers are right, we are going to need 13 smelters for this, which means we need to be 13 wide. Now, I could come around this tree and not disturb it, and then start out here. Okay, so that's 11. And I would like to go a little bit more. If we're going to have 13, then I'd like it to be at least 15. But I have some cleaning up to do over here, though. But that should do it. So, starting from here, that's 10, and that takes it to 15. So that's the width that I need. I don't actually need it all the way through, but I will just take it through. That means that the ore can come in over here, zip around this way, and then come into a line going down here. So this is where the first smelters will be. Right, and I have fixed up my blueprint, so it may be less frustrating than the last build. Yeah, from here, 10 tiles, so it's going to be basically another 7 rows. Alright, there we go. Oh, there we go. Now I just got to finish this little corner. Now just come in underneath here and make this look like it's at least somewhat supported. A little cantilever. Oh, we can change the mode to vertical. Boom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And one in the middle. There we go. Big structure. Oh, looks like I lost one of those trees while I was trimming. I've still got one. Right, let's start putting down some smelters. So, blueprint, and I want it from the left So 4 smelters. This is correct over here, I think. All right, I got a row. I got a spare row. That's coming in there, going out there. Lovely. Everything is centered the way it should be. Good. All right, let's build that. And then pop the next one in. Good, that's right. Ah. See, I do need to get rid of this tree. Oh, it's so sad. Yeah, it was just never happy without its friend. This one looks okay. All right, good. And then I really just need one more machine. And probably... I think it was because I didn't take into account having 2 on that side. Yeah, so the last machine I will just put in manually. What's the splitter? That should be a merger. What the f... No, man. Oh, lordy, lordy. You know, just realized I got it the wrong way around. Luckily, it's not too difficult to sort out. Alright, I think I have it this time. Yep, this is the right one. And that is number 13. Good. We have a whole bunch of them now. So I suppose I should explain what I'm going to do. And isn't it funny how we always end up building at night? We are also going to need 13 constructors. But alright, let's break it down. I'm doing motors because we need motors. Motors, 5 motors, take 10 stators and 10 rotors. We are already making rotors in our base, so we don't need another storage of them. So I'm only going to make 10 rotors. But I'm going to make 15 stators because we need to have a storage box of stators as well. That leaves us with 10 stators and 10 rotors over here, which will allow us to then make 5 motors. So that's the aim. So the first 9 smelters are going to take 270 ore. That means that I need to upgrade the belts here to Mark 3s, because whatever comes in here will have to be Mark 3, but these each only produce 240, so I'm going to have to merge them. Yeah, I'll have to split and merge and make some kind of a plan. And that is 9. Then I can take this one out. And then the other 4, might as well just upgrade those belts. And then while I'm here, let's get the power to them all sorted out. Connect all of these up. Okay. Well, I'll probably put the power on that side. So these are ready. They're ready to accept ore. I just need to get my numbers right and fiddle them around. Yeah, let me get put some stairs down here. Let's go sneak up on, that guy. Right, he's sorted out. Right, that's sorted out. Looks like I need more stairs. Alright, now I didn't bring any... I did bring portable miners, but only 3. I might need to make another one. So, equipment workshop. Now, I'm most likely going to run out of material because I didn't properly plan. I know what I needed, I just didn't pick it all up. I don't think. Let's see. Oh, it does work over here. Nice. Alright, well, let me finish putting some more concrete down, trying not to disturb my nut tree. Take that to there. I hope that one works as well. Alright, Mark 2 miner. We'll put that one there. And this one over here. Perfect. Okay, now this one I will bring in first. And I'm going to drag it up over that way. And I think I could probably have it on the quarter. So 2 steps back from the middle. 2 steps back from that. And bring this up this way. Now, I don't think it's high enough to justify a conveyor lift. Let's see. Huh, it works. All right, well, good. We'll do the other one over here then. There we go. That's fantastic. And that belt goes in there. This one can come around the corner to there and go into there. Okay, now this is going to be in total a little bit too much, but we have uses for the leftovers a little bit later. Not really important for this build, but we'll be able to tee off and do what is necessary. So first belt, this one, will go in there. So I'll bring it around to there and just loop it in. Okay, so that will be 240. And then I'm going to bring this line in. I'll put a splitter over here, right there. And I need to break this piece of belt out, because right here, I'm going to have a merger. It's going to come in from... Actually, you know, I could change it so that the output is over there. Yeah, that might be an idea. Then I can just redo this belt. It should fit perfectly. But this only needs to be a Mark 1 between these two. So that is in. This can be a Mark 3. And these two lines will be Mark 3s. Okay, good. So basically what I've got here, 240 coming from there, 240 coming from here. I need 270 for the first 9. So that full 240 is going through and it's being merged with overflow from here, which will cap this belt out at 270. That 270 will go along and give us 270 ingots. Perfect. And I can get rid of this. Now, we have the last 4 that also need ore. And I'm going to split it out from this direction. Now, by rights, this only needs a Mark 2. But I don't have as many reinforced iron plates as I have steel beams. So I'm going to use this one. And we are going to come down all the way down here. And we're going to plug right in there. And that will deliver the 120 that I need for these last 4. Now, they're going to be overproducing by just a little bit. Not too concerned. And then we're going to have some spare. So that's 120 of the 210. So there's 90 ingots that are not being used, which I can use for something else, like maybe steel pipes for explosives. So that's the first stage done. Let's grab a power line and pop it up over here. I might move where this is. And if I plug that in, and I grab power from down at the end over there, the cable in there, and in there, soon we will have a lot of ingots. All right, these are moving now. That is what a full Mark III belt looks like. It's motoring. Good. So now we move on to the next step, and that's the constructors. So if I've got this right, it's this one, and that should go there. Is that correct? So this will come out, it'll go in there, and it'll come out there. That looks right. Good. Okay, so that's the first group. Okay, now these noisy things are going on in the background. I'll have to pop to the other side to see if they're all green, but yeah, that's the first of the constructors in. Yep, everything's green down there. We are producing at max. Right, so we need to do this again and tie everything together. But I am missing materials, so I'm going to do a quick run home and see if I can sort that out. It is pretty cool just being able to ride the lightning all the way back. Right, so we are back. I have materials. And so we carry on. Yeah, all of these have stopped working because they are full. Blueprints, left constructor, check that everything is in the right place. Everything is in the right place. Pop those down. Next batch, just checking again. Perfect. And I need one more. Okay, going with Mark III all the way through. And this will connect to that, just like that. And there we go. In order to get this to work, I need to have 45 steel pipes. So let's have a look at what we're going to do here. Now, first I want to 45 steel pipes. And let me disconnect the line. I don't want things going where they shouldn't be going. We'll put these belts in afterwards. Okay, so I've taken out all the belts in between. This will be iron pipe. We need a total of 45, so that one will do 25 at 100%. Fantastic. This one will do 20. So we'll underclock it to do 20. Next, we need 120 units of wire. So we're going to do iron wire recipe. Each of these makes 22.5, which means the next 6 will be iron wire, and the last one will be at a third. We're going to this one. This one needs to be at 33%. Now, that means this last one, basically, I think it needs to produce 7.5. Yep, that's exactly right. Have I got that all right? Okay, so 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Cool. Starting to think I may not have needed that last one. Maybe my calcs were slightly off somewhere, or I was measuring things together. Anyway, this belt is then going to come out over here, bringing 120, so it needs to be a Mark II. We'll just pop it in over there. This one is going to be the pipes. What's going on with the shape thing? There we go. Alright, so there we go. That is everything we need for the stators. So I suppose we should just maybe carry on with the stators. Basically, I just need 3 assemblers. Let's see how that works. So we're going to put in... I'm thinking I might do it down that side. Let me finish setting up the other machines over here. Yeah, I think I might have just... I've been working things out separately, but if you put them together, it actually works out okay. Because both of these things... Alright, let's just put down an assembler so you can see what I'm talking about. So we're using the steel rotor recipe. That uses steel pipes and wire. Then we're going to use the stator recipe, steel pipes and wire. So we could just run them on the same belts, really. That means this one, I'm going to change the recipe to iron pipes. This one I'm going to up to 100%. So that's, because in total we need 65 pipes. So 25, 50, and this needs to then come down to 10. Cool. That's nice. This will be much neater than I thought it would be. And then I can just connect those. All of this will come out over here. Then this belt is going to come out over here. And the rest of what we need is just the wire. And we need 180 wire in total. Each of them make 22.5. Oh, hang on, I nearly messed up here. This is the pipe that should be 10. Not entirely sure what I was thinking, but this needs to be at 100%. So, just to recap, 2 machines doing 25 each, 1 machine doing 10. That's 60 pipes. Then we need 180 wire. And that happens to be exactly 8 of these at 100%. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wire there, wire there. Right, confirmed. That means I have too many constructors. So the last 2 can actually be removed. Huh. Now it is pretty convenient that with that alt recipe, it's a really good alt recipe, that both the stators and the rotors that need to go in the motors have exactly the same materials. It's great. Right, I think then I'm going to start the assemblers from this side and line them up with this side. Alright, well in total we're going to need 6 assemblers. The stators need 3, the rotors need 2, and then we'll have another one for our motors. So, back into the blueprints, assemblers, from the left. We're going to put these in, and I'm going to leave a bit of space so that we can take those outputs and put them into another assembler down there for the actual motors. So I'll do this. Oh, you know what? I'm just going to start it over here. Okay, H it. Move it into place. How are these looking? Well, that's centered, but maybe that doesn't matter. That's cool. Build that one. And H that. Okay, so that's going to come one back. And that overlap looks spot on. And then this one, H and nudge over one, and looks like forward a bit. There we go, that lines up. That looks good. Okay, we're going to take this last one out. But yeah, that's good. A lot of time potentially saved. And it looks like we're going to need some more foundations coming out. Just one more row. But also I'm going to change the direction. Where am I? I have them coming out over here. And I do the... Yeah, I want it closer to this side. Yeah, I can bring the storages around and back. So yeah, that's fine. So, the first 3 are going to be stators at 100%. There we go. And then the last 2 will be rotors, steel rotor recipe, also at 100%. Which means that's going to need Mark 1s. This will come out over here somewhere. Not sure exactly where it's going to land yet. And then these two connect together. This will come out over here and come to, I don't know, here, and we'll do something with that. Now we only need one assembler for the stators, and if I put it over here, our lines can come straight in without a problem. Just like that. Almost as if I'd planned it. And I'm going to take this off because I need to put a splitter. Yeah, I'm going to put a splitter in over here. Because we are going to be splitting off 5 of these stators so that we have a box of stators. Belt that in. Belt that in. And before I get too excited, let me sort out the power. So that's the constructors plugged in. They will start doing their thing. All right, so before I connect these assemblers, I'm going to bring this stuff. And what was I doing here? At 180, I'm going to need Mark III belts in here. So that is all going to be Mark III coming down this way. And I really hope I haven't got an incorrect recipe in a machine somewhere. Now that can then go straight in there. Over here, I will put in a lift. Just make sure that I have it in the correct direction. Just like that. Grab a Mark II belt and throw it in there. Right, here comes the stuff. Okay, I see red lights. Something is missing. Hopefully it's just a power connection. It is. Any more? Yep. Good. That is sorted. Alright, these belts need to be upgraded as well. That's definitely not going to work on a Mark II. There we go. Excellent. A completely full Mark III belt. Fabulous. Alright, good. We will move on then. These have started working. They are producing. All the lights. Oh, there's some at the end that haven't quite filled up yet. That's kind of why I'm holding off. Let it prime. And while that is priming, I am going to set up the storages over on this side. I haven't really decided yet. Do I have the storages over there? It doesn't matter because eventually I'm going to have the dimensional depots up here. So, for now, let's give them big storages because I know we're going to need a lot of motors and they only stack to 50. So, first one here will be, that's going to be for the stators and then the motors will be here. And they both only need Mark I belts. This will come in from this side. And there we go. Let's see. Green lights? Not yet. Alright, once again, my maths brain has not gone well. We are getting more than enough. In fact, we're getting too much. I've got an extra... We put 13 in. 13 smelters makes 390 ingots. Problem is, 390 ingots doesn't travel so long along a 270 belt. So I'm going to have to do some fancy belt work here to split stuff off because these things at the end are not going to get enough. I don't know where my calculations went wrong, but I think the biggest issue is that the iron pipe recipe uses 100 ingots a minute. So those two are 240. This uses another 60. So that's 260. And then the wire uses 100, so that's 360. So somewhere along here, I'm going to have to break off this belt, have a splitter in here and another merger in here. I just have to figure out exactly where. So these first 3 machines are already using 260. This is where the split needs to happen. So I'm going to take these 2 belts out. So we'll at least have 270 going through here, and then we'll put this, which needs to come in from that side and go this way. Let's do, I hope this belt works. Okay, that does. And that does. Excellent. Now we can merge that to go in that direction. Is that correct? Yes. Mark III belt there. And that works, and that can connect to there. Okay. Good, now we won't be overloading the belts, and the belts will actually start filling up. Yep, always a challenge. So hopefully those will stop being yellow at some point, because now they are getting enough. But those machines will all have to fill up before this line fills up, because they're going to start getting, yeah, you can see we're getting yellow lights on these ones, because now you can see there's not enough coming through, because it's splitting equally. So I'll just give that time, let those ones at the end fill up and back up before we connect the next machines into the system. Now it may take a little while for this to all happen, so what I will do, let's close a couple of gaps over here. Let's go and get all the stuff together to launch the space station. I'm going to need to drop off some materials because I won't have enough space to carry everything, so I'll put up a little container and offload some goodies. Okay, so we need 1,000 of these, or more than enough, but that's 1,000 right there. Cool, and then this can just carry on going. We'll pop downstairs. We only need 100 of these, so I think it's 2 stacks. These automated wiring. And we are collecting a lot of these. We are going to use a lot. Kind of thinking, do I have enough to put in another one of these? Yes, I do. Let's put in another one. Since I'm not sinking them, might as well just have a lot of storage. I'll do the same for the ones upstairs. Good. Now we've got a heck of a lot of storage for those. Alright, well I got the first bunch of things, so let's go and pop them in. Alright, so hold on control. Oh, I had too many smart plates. I'll have to go put some back. Put that in there. Okay, and then versatile frameworks. Because I was very clever when I did a material run, I went and collected a bunch of versatile frames and I put them into the truck, the tractor. And there they are. And we can load those up. Completed. Let's do this thing.
Welcome to the Project Assembly Pioneer Progress presentation. Congratulations, the Phase 2 project part shipment is now ready for delivery. On delivery, Phase 2 will be completed and the construction dock will be constructed. After completion of Phase 2, the technologies of Tiers 5 and 6 will become available in the hub. These might feel intimidating after your previous experience, but rest assured that you would not be here if you were entirely incompetent. Highlights are oil production, railway transportation, the jetpack, and many more. Completing Phase 3 of Project Assembly is your next main objective. Just remember to focus on producing and delivering the project parts, and Fixit's faith in you will be strengthened.
Alright, there we go. And we can send. Get ready. Look at that.
Phase 2 of Project Assembly completed. You have been performing more adequately under pressure and are closer than ever to saving the day. Perhaps you were the right choice for the job. Time will tell. You will now enter Phase 3 of Project Assembly. Continue as you are, and there should be no issue. For humanity. For Fixit.
Thanks, Ada. Your motivational speeches are an inspiration. There we go. Phase 2 complete. Gosh, let's go and see what's happening at our motor plant. But before I go, you'll see there's that little T thing there. It's a blueprint that I'm busy working on for roads. I'm not sure how well it's going to work. I haven't done slopes yet, so that's a thing. Fortunately, everything at the moment is on one level, so it wouldn't be a problem. But yeah, there's a potential blueprint for roads coming up. Anyway, let's ride the lightning. Alright, these ones are yellow now because they are full. Everything seems to be going well. These are all full now. Good. That means we can go on to the next stage. And that means bringing more power in. Before I do that, let's make sure that Our belts are connected. Alright, so this line comes through... Oh, this is going to be a tight squeeze. So basically one notch from here. And we'll just bring them one notch. That's one. Okay, good. These all have power. Why they're not getting steel pipes? Because I didn't connect this one. Okay, that's going to need a moment to back up as well. But at least there's a green light. That's a good sign. We have green lights across the board. Things are flowing really nicely. So we can now plug the other machine in. And power to here. And in. Right. And then we just need to select motors. And that should start working. Fantastic. Alright, we should have some stators in stock. We do have a few. Good. These have backed up a little bit. So we have some stuff in here. That's great. Alright, I'm just going to disconnect this belt just for a while. Let this build up, because production will be very slow if I'm splitting half of them out. I could do some elaborate system with a split out, merge, split again, so less goes in there to get like a third. So only 5 go in there, but I couldn't be bothered. But for now, everything is working. Let's go see if we've got any motors. Yes, we do. The motors have started. So that's this build done. I'll come back and check up on it, make sure that everything is still working. But it looks good. Everything's green. So good. Heading back to base then. Right, let's go and have a look at all the new goodies we've unlocked. So, tier 5. Jetpack. That is definitely on, and we need motors for it, which is great because I'm making motors. It'll also give us some inventory slots. Superb. Next thing we need to do, oil processing. And this allows us to do circuit boards, which is also going to unlock a good few things for us. And fuel. So there's a lot of good stuff in here. Once again, we need motors. That's why I built the motor factory. Logistics Mark IV. So Mark IV belts. And the Mark IV stuff uses the encased industrial beams, which we are already doing. Fluid packaging. Yep, we need that. And also definitely fuel-powered generator. These have been buffed a little bit in this game, so those are going to be very valuable. And of course the large industrial fluid buffer. Very cool. So yeah, that's tier 5. Lots of good stuff there, and lots of stuff that's very expensive on power, which is why I wanted to upgrade the power as quickly as possible before we start on this stuff, because it's going to suck our power before we get to unlocking the petroleum power, because we still need to make rubber plastic before we can actually process power. And there's all of this stuff. So yeah, that's tier 5. Tier 6, industrial manufacturing, gives us the manufacturer, the big boy, and it unlocks computers. And the other two, now the next stage requires versatile frameworks, and also these two, modular engine, adaptive control units. So we'll get into making those. We're already making the versatile frames, so that's fine. And then comes trains, so that we can get stuff, because we're going to start separating things out now. We're going to be moving further and further away. And then there's signaling, there's Mark II pipes, and there's the Mark II blueprint, which is a 5x5x5 as opposed to the 4x4 we have now. So good. We're going to get going on that. I don't really have any research that I can do in the MAM at the moment. Let's go and have a look. This is really where I want to get to. So as soon as we can make the circuit boards, I want to get that going, because that's going to multiply some stuff for us. Deuterium. No, I need to unlock that. I will go and pick up the stuff to unlock it. I have to make plastic first. This I could unlock. Not sure what it unlocks after that. Probably the Mark III power poles. Power switches, I'm not stressed about. Smart splitters. Yes, let's do that one, because I can. I did handcraft some AI limiters, so now we have smart splitters.
Smart splitter unlocked. The smart splitter offers advanced settings that can improve conveyor belt logistics.
Good, and that'll help us clean up downstairs. And then there's programmable splitters, which are much later on. Okay, mycelia, you know what, I'm not stressed, I'll get to it. Power slugs, not there yet. Quartz, I would really like to do that one, but we're going to have to set up a facility for those crystal oscillators. Sulfur, yeah, we'll get there. Oh yes, I did happen to go and grab a couple of hard drives, so we have that. And while we're here, let's have a look at our hard drive library, because there is a recipe that I'm quite keen on getting. So molded beam I'm not keen on, that I'm not keen on at the moment. Reuse? No. Okay, I don't really want either of those. Rigger motor, I'm not keen on that, not keen on that. No rescans left on this, I don't have a choice. Molded, bolted iron plate, rescan, no. Gosh, I'm getting some rubbish here. And I don't need that, don't want that, rescan, and I didn't get the one I wanted. Although this one's not too bad, the wet concrete. Yep, I might as well select that one. The one I'm looking for is the alternate recipe for the encased industrial beams, which takes pipes instead of beams, which means that we won't need coal for it. But obviously that's going to come down the line. And I should probably have looked for that earlier, but it's not too much of a stress. So that's what we can do at the moment. We have a lot of cool stuff coming up. We also need to get phase 3 completed. That's going to take a little while because there's a lot of stuff we need to build before we get there. And we have to power it all first. And that mostly is going to happen out in that direction. There's my 2-hour warning. I can confirm there is also a 4-hour, 6-hour, and 8-hour warning. Have fun. But that, folks, is where I'm going to leave this one. If you like this video, give us a like. If you want to see more, subscribe, hit the bell icon for notifications. Leave me your comments. Let me know what you think of the motor build. And I appreciate all the support that I've had in this playthrough so far. It's been fantastic. The blueprints that I've made, feel free to hop into my Discord. I have those basic blueprints ready. They work nicely now. I've managed to iron out the kinks. So I'll see you there. Thank you very much for joining me. And until next time, cheers.